Testing. Hello, is it me you're looking for? My hair looks kind of crazy. Ain't gonna lie. Welcome to this video. I'm currently at our little neighborhood tech cafe conference room. And this is free French vanilla from them, okay? I will not pay for them, but I will get it for free. This is kind of a vibe. I like this. It's like a backdrop. I feel like I'm a podcaster or something. I don't know, I feel like I should talk about something serious. Yeah. Hits every time. Let's talk about something serious. Yeah. I'm in my late 20s. I'm finally getting to a place where I'm like, oh my God, everything's looking up. And it's like, not that it was ever really looking down, to be honest, like it hasn't. I've been very stagnant. I feel like my stomach, very blessed. I think the only like aspect of my life and something that I'm really longing for and I feel like I'm getting pushed to do is to become an entrepreneur. And I tell you guys this all the time. I mean, I've talked to you guys about it. I tell a lot of people in my life about this. I want to be an entrepreneur. I just don't know what I want to sell. I was the kid that brought the fundraiser packet home, right? And then I would go and I would meet with people or whatever and potential people that are going to buy my stuff, right? And I would show them my pamphlet just out of obligation. Like I felt like I had to show it to show that I'm trying to sell it. But I would tell them about how they can find a better deal somewhere else. So I'd be like, oh yeah, like you can get this cookie dough, you know, has 24 cookies, it's $20. I will say, just saying, I did see 24 cookie dough at Walmart for about $5. So that's just a food for thought for you. I just want you to know that there's no pressure. And then they'd be like, oh my God, that's such a great deal. Like, I'm totally gonna go to Walmart instead. And I'm like, yeah, I would totally do that. But then I never sold anything. And to be honest, that shit was a fucking scam because all those little things that you could win, like the moon shoes, who wanted the moon shoes? Because I guess maybe like a small piece of me wanted them. Then I didn't understand like how my body would work, like jumping in the air. I was heavy, so I was like, maybe moon shoes won't hit for me. So that's why like I wasn't really motivated by the moon shoes. But then like the other stuff that you could win, it was just, what, $5? They always pick out like these random freaking cheap gifts to motivate you for these fundraisers, and you have to sell way more. You know, now that I think about it, that's like the old version of TikTok Shop, was those fundraisers in school. Because you would be like, oh, I'm gonna sell you this, right? Like you buy these many whatevers, and then they're gonna give me this product for free, which is like prizes. So dumb. Alright, new location. This is so much cooler. I can actually feel the AC vent. But yeah guys, so TikTok Shop is a scam. And I have been feeling like, what the frick, man? It's so sad to see people be stripped of themselves, like being content creators. To explain, I guess, because I just jumped right into the middle of that. I have noticed a lot of people just putting ads on TikTok Shop and trying to sell things, which is like great, you know, you gotta make your livelihood, make money, all that stuff. It's just sad to see that that's taking over their content. There's a lot of people that I follow that I just fell in love with their personalities, their life, and that's what content is all about, like just watching people's lives, people watcher, but you know, with consent. Not seeing their lives and then seeing that their content is just ads now is really sad, because I'm like, no, don't lose yourself, don't lose, like let go of that purpose or that drive that you had to inspire other people, you know, by creating this content about your life or whatever, you know, even inspiring me to be a better mom. Like mom content, I live for it. Cleaning content, I live for it, because I'm like, I want to clean better and I want to be a better mom, like in the future, you know, not a mom right now, not at all, like I'm literally on my period. In the future, they're my inspiration. That's why I'm kind of like pushing more towards YouTube, because I feel like YouTube, it will never die. I love the balance that YouTube gives me, like life-wise. Posting 3 times a day on TikTok is really overwhelming. When I was doing AIP content, which AIP stands for Autoimmune Protocol, for those who do not know, it's a diet that completely transformed my life because I have hydrogenated sativa. And when in the AIP diet, I detected like what my food triggers were,
learned a lot, and then minimized my flare-ups, and also had lupus and minimized my flare-ups. I was able to get off of like the lupus medication and like wean it down when before I had to take it all the time. I have lupus now, that's like a whole other long story. I was making AIP content just to like spread the word and let people know about the AIP diet, because it's something that people don't talk about, because it's really hard to, one, get the resources to find out about it. It takes a lot of time to read and learn everything. And this is something that I did for the first time probably 9 years ago now, or 8 years ago. And at that time, there was really nothing, like no resources for AIP. It was like silence, pure silence when it came to the AIP diet. And a lot of the stuff that I did find, there weren't reliable resources. I found out after doing the AIP course that it was untrue, like things were not accurate completely. There were things that I understood were AIP that are not. And there are things that, you know, you can reintroduce in the beginning that I thought you couldn't reintroduce at all. And so figuring those things out and learning about them, now I'm like, wow, there's so much more availability for people, but it's still not that accessible as a diet as it should be, in my opinion, because of how much of an impact it can make on people's lives. So I was like, I really want to make content, you know, sharing the AIP diet. I just don't know how I'm going to do that. I started making recipes, and I was like, I have to immerse myself in how could I, you know, give people advice to be AIP and then not walk the walk. You know what I mean? So I decided I'm going to go on the AIP diet, and I'm gonna freaking do it, like all over again, like right now. So I did the elimination phase, and I stuck to it for like 2.5 months before I had my surgery, and then I stuck to it for another like 2 months after my surgery, like once I got back on board with everything. Throughout that time, I made a lot of new recipes, learned a lot, and through making my recipes, people started learning more about AIP. And now that time has passed, like I'm getting a lot of traction on those videos, like those AIP recipes and all that stuff, and I'm like, dang, I feel like that's a sign for me to make more. However, doing 3 recipes a day, like posting those, it's very demanding. One thing I have been thinking about is, because my skin disease has been like, unfortunately, like not in a good place, I'm like, dang, I might have to do AIP again. The Instagram algorithm is very different, and people will post like once a day. It's all about like quality videos versus like the amount. So I think there is a possibility of me in the future being able to post 1 AIP recipe a day, you know, through Instagram, or 1 every other day, and then just posting like a educational video like every other day or whatever, to kind of give myself more balance, if that makes sense. Because I know there's a lot of people that still need that, you know, and I'm like, I wish someone else would do it for me, but unfortunately, like I don't know anyone, and I don't see anyone that is pursuing that, like really sticking to AIP and like pushing people to learn about it, or like getting the word out and stuff like that, very passionate about it. I'm like, dang, I feel like it has to be me, and like it just keeps pointing to me, and I keep thinking to myself, like you know how God will pass you the baton, and this is if you believe in God or not, whatever. If the universe passes you the baton, God, a higher power, whatever, passes you the baton, they're like, this is your purpose, and you don't take it, like someone else will, you know, and then you'll just be like, dang, that could have been me, you know. And it's not that you didn't have the opportunity, it's just that you weren't willing to put in the work and stuff. So I don't know, figuring that out. That was like a massive tangent. However, it does align with the fact that that's something that I'm very passionate about, and that's where I started like really posting content and started growing like a community. And a lot of people have grown their communities for whatever niche or whatever reason, you know, they decided to make content for it. And now it's like ads. And it's sad because it's like, what do you want? Do you want to be a TikTok shop affiliate and that's it? Or do you want to post content? Like, in my opinion, like I've seen that there's no balance. It's like more ads than videos. And it's also, I know it's a lot of work. Like making ad videos, I hate doing it. I absolutely hate doing it. So when I do pick something that I'm gonna promote, it's because I actually use it for a while and I'm like, okay, yeah, like this is good. Like, back this up and I will stand behind this. I'll still don't want to make a video though. I get that. And it strips away from my creativity in a way, because I'm like, I'm making an ad. Like, I just want to make fun videos, just BS and like talk and stuff, you know? My whole thing is, don't forget who you are. Don't forget your purpose, why you started creating content. And if you're in your late 20s and you're like, what the frick am I doing with my life? You're not alone. I'm right there with you. Just show up and work for yourself and like keep pursuing something. Even if it's like, it may not seem like nothing to you. Like I have a brother that I remember, he was like, you know, I'm feeling really depressed and stuff like that. And I'm like older and I don't know. He was my age, I think around the time that we had this conversation. He was like, I don't know what to do with my life and stuff. And I was like, well, just develop some hobbies. Like do something that you like develop a new skill, develop a new, like, I don't know, craft or something. And he's like, yeah, but that's like a waste of time. Like I should be, you know, doing other things or whatever because I'm old now. I told him, if it's not harming somebody, then why not do it? Why not? Like, pursue something new, do something for yourself. I know I came from a household where, you know, I grew up in a toxic household. I was kind of stripped of my childhood. I had to grow up really fast. I had to start taking care of myself really fast. So I didn't really get to have that inner child, you know, experience where I'm like safe and doing all these things, like playing outside, like having fun and stuff like that. Not saying that I didn't do that because I did, but I think like in a safe space at all times being that way, I didn't have that. So now as an adult, I'm like in a safe space and I'm constantly like, taking time sometimes to heal my inner child and go swimming with myself or go to an arcade or whatever. Just, I don't know, like do things that I like. Go for a freaking walk. I don't know, the adult version of being a kid. Like I'll play on the playground and I'm like, I love this, you know? And it feels nice because I'm in a safe space. I'm in control of my environment. Like life is peaceful now. So if you're in your late 20s and you're feeling like, I can't do that because it's not productive, I have to pursue something, whatever, and you're feeling down, if it doesn't harm anyone, just do it. And just have fun. Just live for yourself. And know that you're not alone. And I love you. Bye guys.